Hey, I'm here. I'm bad at staying here though. I've noticed that. I've been gone for a few weeks and I have a reason like I always do and I need to stop having them. I just need to accept that shit happens in life and I have to move on and go to the next thing. I have to keep pushing with what I'm doing regardless of what's going on. Move on from the baggage, keep doing my plans. I'm figuring it out. But with that said, welcome back to Inside the Rabbit Hole. I think this is episode 9. It should be like episode 29 if I was actually on schedule all the time. But with that said, life's a trip. Just like psychedelics, life is a trip. And I don't always need psychedelics to go on that crazy trip. Sometimes I just get really fucked up by what's actually happening. And it's eye-opening just like psychedelics. And it's life-changing just like psychedelics. And it's heavy like psychedelics. But lately, I have been just really busy, and I'm sorry. I am sorry because people like my content, people encourage my content, and when I don't deliver it, I let them down and myself down because they lose interest, and that's my fault. But no, I have been busy. Part of that comes with a new job. I'm trying to really find ways to isolate my professional life from this so I can focus on this without anything else being a problem. But when you change stuff like a job up, something so critical, your whole everything changes. Uh, you get in a different mindset because you go from a acting mindset to a learning mindset. You start trying to figure new stuff out with your new job, understand what you got to do, and it distracts you. Your overall maintenance gets down. You don't drink as much water. You don't eat as well. In my case, I don't keep up my microdosing and my various types of meditation and stuff like that. I completely lose it all. And that's not good. That's not good. It affects my mental state, my happiness, just my overall mood all around, my socializing, my podcast and my blog. But it's part of life. It's part of life, and I'm figuring it out. And if anybody else out there is feels like because they've changed up something in their life very big, like their job or where they live, they've moved, they've gotten married, they've had a kid, just know that you're going to figure it all out and eventually it's going to stop being a learning experience and it will become routine again. But don't let the disruption of the routine get you down. It's not a disrupted routine. It's a different routine. It's a different mindset. It's a different type of maintenance. It's different priorities. And sometimes as that happens, you might get distracted from other priorities, other parts of your routine. And when you start feeling down, sad, you start suffering because of those things, you just need to take the time out, isolate yourself from everything else. Like today, I have a day off and just listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your brain, everything. What is it telling you that you're fucking up? Because it will tell you, and you will remind yourself of all of those priorities really fast. It doesn't take a long time. You just need to remove the distractions for one day to take the time to think about them. And it'll start coming back. That's what's happening to me today. My internet's even down today because new job, money gets fucked up for a minute, and I'll have it back on tomorrow. But I'm taking the whole day with no internet to actually prepare all my content, free of YouTube, free of TV, free of even I guess social media and the bullshit that I have to do with that for my podcast and blog. Whole day off, content only. So, with that said, I guess today is a day of finding the right way to blend my old life with my new one. Cause my old life. What I mean is my podcast, my blog, the things that I forgot about. Um, with the new job, the new plans that I have for going back to school, for chasing a career that will help my podcast and my blog better, I have to find the right way to take the priorities and the things that are important to me in the old life. And what I mean by that is just pre all my new decisions and blend them with the decisions in a way that they will I guess, work together and complement each other. The whole reason I changed job was to have a schedule that I could build my podcast, my blog, and my plans around. So there's this integration period that I'm starting to go through now that I'm readjusting sleep-wise and energy-wise. I'm not so tired. Once money gets back to normal and a regular pay scale, it's just that blending period. I figured out the new mindset, maintenance routine, and priorities and all that I was just talking about. Now I have to blend. Part of that has been looking at the last month with the job change has been rough. And like I said, I did get distracted. And part of that blending process is just taking hold of those distractions and I guess just pushing them out of the way so I can focus better on what I need to do, what I have to do, regardless of what's happening. Especially considering a lot of the reason you end up getting distracted is because you start looking at the changes and the way they're affecting you and changing your routine, and you start to get sad. You start to get down and you get depressed and you're like, maybe this was not the right decision. That's not the case. You're just adjusting and then you're blending. You're putting everything together. So it's not sad. It's exhausting. It's complicated. It's difficult. It's not sad though. It's all happy stuff. You're making progress. You're gaining. And if you can hold on to that and I guess just have that focus long enough, it's not rough. The month I just had was not rough. It was beautiful. It was constructive. It built me. It made me stronger. And once you can take the time to look at the bullshit in life and just, I saw this thing. I don't know where it comes from. It might be a Bible passage, something like that. But it was about some guy. It was like, it was talking about like, all these wonderful things were like a wonderful thing would happen in his life and the people in the village would look at him and be like, isn't that wonderful? And he would say, maybe. And then all of a sudden something would happen on the other end of the spectrum related to that. And they'd be like, dang, doesn't that suck? And he'd say, maybe. And then all of a sudden something good would happen because of the bad thing. And they would be like, that's great. And he would say, maybe. The whole point I'm trying to make is that just because stuff seems rough doesn't make it rough. Just because stuff seems good doesn't always make it good. It's a lot of what you make it and how you deal with the way it influences and impacts your life that truly matters. It's not about the negative necessarily. It's about what you do with the negative. Because there is an unbelievably like abundant amount of positive and negative going around all of us all the time. We have a hard time focusing on positive. We are real quick to go, oh, that was cool, on to the next thing. Oh, that was cool, on to the next thing. Oh, that sucked. I can't believe that sucked. That was horrible. I'm never going to be okay again. Oh my God, everything is shit. And then we try to move on to the next thing while still thinking about it. Oh, that was cool, on to the next thing. We don't take the time to focus on that positive shit. There were 7 positive things that can happen to 1 negative. And that 1 negative holds our attention so much longer. When it's just as easy to not think about. That's something I'm dealing with. But yeah, like I said, it's all about what you make of it. Because life is a trip. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's complicated. And you cannot let it beat you. You have to beat the shit out of it. To no end. It's an opponent. It's not an enemy. Life is not your enemy. It can be an opponent though. And you might have to play ball against it sometimes. And you might have to let it know you are strong and you can do this. And I promise you can. I promise you can. Because all the times I've thought I couldn't, I always could. But so that's where I'm at. I'm very sorry that I fell off. Because I want my content and the way my life is building to be able to influence people step by step. And even if people right now don't realize what I'm trying to do, the fact that I didn't keep up with it for a few weeks still is a letdown to me and the community and any person I could have reached along the way. So that's an apology to everybody else and myself, and that's something I need to stop allowing to happen. Now that I'm starting to readjust, I need to get this routine back in order and get my priorities back where I need them, because the job's nothing now. The job change is fine. My sleep schedule's back. My energy's back. Now my focus needs to come back. My priorities need to come back. And then everything will be good. So I do have next Monday, there will be a blog post 100% up by Monday. If it's not up on Monday, it will be up before Monday. And I will let everybody know when it's up. Same thing with a podcast episode. There will be a new podcast episode up by Monday. If it's not up on Monday, it will be up before Monday, and I will let everybody know about that. Whew. I have more podcast episodes already planned and recorded that I need to edit. I have been working, even though it seems like I haven't been. But until there's a product and something released to everybody, the work doesn't matter, because I'm not working for me. I'm working for everyone. So I need to get on that, and I need to get everything out, but I am going. So go down below for me. I'll have links to all my social media down below. My Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook page, all of that down below. Please go follow me all on that. Whatever your chosen form of social media is, give me a follow. I'm going to work on getting the Facebook page up and going right now. That's the one I've neglected the most. I'm going to get that right. Go to my website. That'll be linked down below. When you go on my website, a big box will pop up. It'll ask you to subscribe to a newsletter. Go check that out, because when I start doing cool stuff like giveaways, content that's only for people on my newsletter, exclusive like news and releases, that's where that's going to get sent to the people that let me know they want to see this content. Newsletter people want to see this content. So please go subscribe to that so I can keep y'all up to date. Go check out my website. It's been unbelievably redone. It looks way different than it ever has. So please check that out. Let me know if there's any issues with it, anything, let me know. If you'd like to be on my podcast, hit me up. And last but not least, hit that subscribe button so you'll be updated every single time I drop a new YouTube video. Like, comment, let me know what you think, because these video blogs are actually just so much fun to me. And I like to talk about stuff related to psychedelics and stuff like that that people would really like me to talk about. So subscribe, hit me up, let me know. With that said, I don't know what just happened, but with that said, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.